Slow and low cooking is one of the most important steps in combination cooking. In the submersion cooking method lesson, you learned that proteins which are boiled or cooked at higher temperatures will tighten quickly and squeeze out moisture. These tightened fibers are less sponge-like and will therefore hold less of the flavorful juices. In contrast, proteins which are poached or simmered will tighten and contract at a much slower rate. They will also not tighten as much and will therefore hold much more of the flavorful juices. Basically, once the juices from the meat are squeezed out, they are then able to mix with the aromatics and flavorful liquids in the dish. Once the meat fibers relax and loosen, the flavorful liquid can then be reabsorbed. The longer the cooking time, the more intense the infusion between the meat and the liquid will be. Though combination cooking usually starts on the stove top, slow and low cooking is best done in the oven for even and gentle surround heat. The ideal temperature will be around 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 95 degrees Celsius, which is essentially a slow, gentle simmer. Depending on the size of the meat, it will take at least 1.5 hours to begin to break down the meat. However, in combination cooking, you shouldn't depend on times. Cooking times will vary, depending on the size of what you are cooking. Check the dish regularly and cook until fork tender. Once the dish is ready, it should ideally be left to rest for about half an hour before serving. This is for 3 reasons. 1. The resting period will help the meat to relax and reabsorb more of the delicious sauce. 2. Our taste sensations cannot appreciate the full flavor of foods when they are piping hot. And 3. The gelatin in the dish is also affected by temperature. If the dish is too hot, the sauce will have less viscosity, meaning that it will simply slide over the tongue and taste buds. Whereas foods that have had time to cool slightly will have more viscosity, meaning the texture and flavor will linger longer in the mouth. In summary, when combination cooking, remember that the meat you choose will make all the difference. Brown the meat in an appropriate size pot and fill with just enough liquid to create a rich and flavorful sauce. And most importantly, remember that low and slow cooking is essential to produce those fork-tender and succulent dishes.